Take a look at that view. Not showing my face on this one, I don't think. I don't know. I don't want that car to think I'm going down the driveway. Just want to hang out a little bit. Stopped at 7-Eleven. Got some things. Some jerky, oranges, and fruit slash, I don't even know. What do you call it? Fruit? Health drinks. Yeah, like juice. It's the evening. I've been in my car all day. Basically pulling my hair out, trying to rewrite my screenplay into a feature film. I had written a short film, 38 pages, still only like not even done yet, because I realized this still needs a lot of stuff, and at 38 pages, that's a long short film, and short films generally are more successful shorter. And I sent it to a friend, a cinematographer, who was just interested in reading something I wrote, because, you know, we're both kind of looking for stuff to do right now. And I sent it to him. I asked him a bunch of questions. I said, you know, be honest. And so he gave me a bunch of criticism, and I was like, good, I appreciate it. And one of the things he said is, this might work better as a feature. Either cut it down shorter, like, I forget how long, 15 to 20 pages, or make it a feature. And I'm like, you know what? This whole thing was a failed feature. The whole idea of me writing it was hiding from making a feature, because it's so much work to make all that story. And once I got that idea came into my head, it's the smallest idea, but it's like I can't get it out. So I'm like, okay, yep, that's true. And then I thought, well, not only that reason it should be a feature, because I was really avoiding the hard work of making a feature. So I'm like, well, if it's deficient as a feature, it's fine as a short, which is not true. But also, I was thinking, you know, if I put this on YouTube and it's a short film, say it only gets 1,000 views as a short, I have wasted, not truly wasted, but sort of wasted all this time, effort writing. I've written well over a dozen drafts of this. I only counted to 13 drafts, you know, when I'm saving different copies of this screenplay. But in reality, I had written well over probably 20 drafts, and some versions very different. And even at that, you know, my storytelling ability wasn't really as mature as it is now. And so I was thinking, you know, if I get 1,000 views for all this work and money that I have to put into this, thousands of dollars I'd have to put in to make this, that would be kind of a failure on YouTube. However, if it was a feature film and got 1,000 views, even though 1,000 isn't really a lot for YouTube, it would mean so much more, because at least I showed I have the stamina and the follow through and the ability to make a story worth watching, and a feature, and the dedication to do it. That would mean so much more and count for so much more. I'm like, all right, I got to do it. Even though I'm still in my dissociative disorder, I still have this numbness that I'm fighting through, and this lack of ability to totally feel the things I want to. I'm getting there, getting way better. Even now as I walk, because I've literally been sitting in my car for like 6 hours writing notes in my notebook. I thought, you know, I've got to take this chance and push myself on this. There's no excuse. There's no going back. I wouldn't feel good at all about now going back to do that. Or, oh, well, I could. No, it's not true. But I would know even that short, it needs to be better. Because the whole reason it was a short was I'm like, well, I can get away with making this as a short. But either way, it's going to cost a lot of money. So may as well just let it be a feature. Because here's the other thing. I thought if this film could potentially be the last thing that would clear me out, that would leave me with no ability to make films again, I would rather it be a feature film than a short. If I had to die making a short film, if it was or just the death of my film career, I would rather take all the chance at this being a feature and my last film than, say, make a short film but be like, oh well, I'll have some money left over at least afterwards, so it won't be so troublesome. Because that's not worth the trouble to me. If it's not truly the biggest risk, the biggest chance, it's not even worth it. Not even worth trying. Because why would I want to do it if it's only a safe option? If it's not going to be truly something that I'm only doing because I'm willing to risk everything for it, that short film wouldn't mean as much to me. Because I wouldn't be willing to take that whole chance on it. I'm like, well, I'd only do it because, yeah, I'll probably have money left over. I'll be able to get money somehow, whatever. So, first time I've gotten up in a while, my nerves are all acting up and stuff as far as my disorder. So that's a little portrait of my day, is just sitting in this spot. It's 8:19. This clock has been coming in and out. I wish I knew how to properly fix this. There's like a short in the wire or something. And been just tearing my hair out, writing pages and pages of notes, even calling my mom, practically pleading with her to like listen to me describe the story and tell me what it's missing or what doesn't interest you. And I pretty much, I'm glad I've sharpened my instincts to the point where I had one subplot in there, or a narrative thread really, of the, like, there's an A and B story and even a C story, and I'm like, this one, if I'm only even like 75% sure it should be in there, cut it out. Just cut it out right now, because if it needs to be there, it'll come back to me. Just like there are other things, this B story in the movie, or really the A story, I guess, that's in there that I never thought would be, but the image came to me a day or two ago, and I'm like, oh shit, I got to include this in there, because now I know it's got to be part of the story, and I'm figuring out how the hell do I incorporate this into the movie so it's not just a mess like so many amateur films where there's tons and tons of dialogue in each scene, because they're trying to work through so much story and cover so many different ideas, because they're convinced movies have to be so complex, when in reality they seem very complex. It is very complex to make them actually very simple. You know, any good movie, look at Up. I've read analyses of Up over and over again. You know, the Pixar movie. It's actually incredibly simple how one scene makes the next happen and the next and the next, but it's incredibly complex to make that so simple and to make it clear why everything's happening and to have it in outline form before you even write a script, so you know why each scene leads to the next. Then you get to the dialogue last. So the dialogue is not doing all the heavy lifting. Anyways, now I'm getting goosebumps because of my sensory disorder thing, my dissociative disorder, but here's what I got. Strawberry lemonade, never had this before. This is let me turn this on. Nice LED light I put in there. This I'm gonna have now. And this is a strawberry lemonade drink. How the fuck do I get this in focus? I don't know. Oh, there. Touchscreen focus. And 2 of these and oranges. You don't need to see oranges. So that's my little autobiographical confession today for the story of a filmmaker working on his screenplay, homeless filmmaker, getting there, getting recovered, still taking time, but it is an improvement, so that's good. And oh man, I was pleading with my mom to the point where she's like, Angelo, I have to go to the bathroom. I'm like, well, just go then. What are you telling me that for? You know, like I'm keeping you on. Anyways, and she was like, calm down, you know, it's like say you bought 100 pairs of socks or 100 shirts and you're trying to pick which one to wear. You can't figure it out all out right now. It'll take time. And yeah, that's true. The idea is they just come to me whenever, and walking helps, motion helps. Today I did not work out because I've been working out so hard the last few days. I just needed to give my body a break. And lots of burpees, like one day I was going for like 90 minutes, just burpees and then back workouts. And anyways, so got a lot of stuff coming up. Again, opportunities, not going to get into, but film stuff, basically. TV, even though it's all shut down, who the hell knows what's going to happen, but I can't think about it. I refuse to think about it. I'm still not quite all myself, all the same. People are lighting fireworks. They love doing that around LA. You know, I've got to get myself to recover, and even this is amazing because it's so gradual, the recovery. I don't notice, like, I couldn't rewrite this screenplay 3 months ago. It was impossible. It was a mess emotionally. So yeah, anyways, still scary, still want to be back to myself, but I'm getting there. All right.